my voice sounds more natural in it when I give it more bass presence, you know, when I'm kind of talking down here.
Yeah.
That's where it shines with the microphone.
As opposed to
like my natural voice, which is kind of like this, you know? So that sucks into the mic, which sucks that I have to think about not doing that all the time.
Yeah, as opposed to your natural kind of like...
It's up here.
Anime villain kind of rubbing his hands together.
Kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
It's bad.
That's as soon as we get off of the pod. I almost said off the air. As soon as we stop recording, I was like, okay, everyone, we will talk to you next time. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. And then I go, was that good, honey?
Then you go, oh, get in the kitchen, make me a dinner. Grab me a beer.
I've never said grab me a beer in my life.
Like, I haven't grabbed a beer for a decade
since I was 22. Okay? I had 1 year of legal drinking before I was like, I've had
I'm
enough.
over it.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I've been drinking for almost a decade at this point.
Yeah, that's the problem with getting a head start. Yeah, you're over it by the time you're allowed to do it.
Hey everyone, welcome to All the Space in Between, episode 3.
Episode 3.
How you feeling about episode 3?
Episode 3 is a good number. I feel like a lot of podcasts die out at 2.
Third time is the charm. It turns
but
out.
Also, 3's a crowd.
And
so we will be deleting the first episode.
That's
how this is going to work.
So
we're only going to have
4.
Yeah.
We'll always delete the last one as we add one.
Yeah.
We'll only ever have 3 episodes.
We just want to ensure there's no library for anyone to go through and enjoy and get replay value
That's
from.
Good. Well, then I feel more confident in this episode, kind of talking in my natural voice. It's hard to let it to hold on to this voice for so long. I've been doing it for years. I'm tired.
Yeah, you've built a whole career off of this fake voice.
We need to stop. Episode 3 of this podcast. Thank you for the people that have been, I forgot the term again, leaving a pod review, rating us, right?
Yeah. Voting for us.
Yeah, voting for us to win the podcast awards. It's us against Joseph Rogie himself.
Nominating us. Don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
I told you. I warned you about saying his name
in every episode.
In the three episodes in a row.
3 times. Oh, right.
It's like Bloody Mary.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Or Beetlejuice. He's got to now we have to have him as a guest.
It's the Joe Rogan curse that if you say his name 3 times, he has to appear on your podcast.
It's not 3 times. It's in 3 consecutive podcast episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's this thing called like, what's it called? Where people, it's like keyword something, where they take advantage of like the keywords that are in their podcast description. So like they'll say like, if Steve Jobs were alive, he'd love this episode, because then people searching for Steve Jobs will stumble across that, even though it had nothing to do with him. So I was going to write a funny Joe Rogan-esque description for the last episode, but then I was like, I don't want to be seen as somebody who's like using his name in the description to get clicks.
I don't want to be seen as a liar and a cheat and a scoundrel.
Yeah, and a fox.
Oh,
a little weasel. A little rodent boy.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it because I was like, I don't want to get in trouble for that because they'll actually like arrest you for it, it turns out. But they
take you to Apple jail.
I almost said Joseph Rogie instead because I thought that'd be funny. Because it's like unsearchable, but people will maybe know what I'm talking about. If I say Joseph Rogie.
Given him a nickname as if you're friends.
Hey, it's Joseph. We're so good friends, I use his longer name instead of the shorter one, Like, hey, that's Joe. No, that's Joseph. Me and his mom call him Joseph.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. I don't want to know what you and his mom do.
Bake. Ooh. We get baked.
Stop. Stop.
We have a very interesting episode today. And by interesting, I mean touching.
And by touching, I mean...
interesting.
Yes. I mean emotionally charged.
Should we get into that?
Yes.
We only have like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, let's start telling people about our treasures. Our treasures that we found.
So during the last podcast episode, we spoke about what may or may not have been in our haunted little piano.
Yeah. We found in the bottom of our piano.
We found something.
Yeah.
We talked about it during the last episode, and
one of the things that we found was a piece of paper folded up in a Ziploc bag.
Yes.
And we were asking what we thought that was, what you thought that was.
We've opened it. We've opened the bottom of the piano. A quick little recap too. The other thing we thought was in there were these weird like glass capsules of something. And I immediately thought drugs. I was like, this is some type of drug. And I wanted it to not be drugs, and it turns out it was not drugs. It was these little miniature markers that were like capsule shaped, kind of, and they were all missing their tops.
They were extremely innocent. Yeah, it was just markers that a kid had put in there.
Yeah, it looks like a kid had like pushed the markers through the little opening in the piano.
Yeah.
That's what you theorized, and I think it's right.
That is what I theorized.
So I was like, okay, thank God, not drugs. There were some pens in there. But the paper is what everybody's been talking about. It's what everyone's been asking us about. Some people have even been leaving comments about what they think it is.
Yeah.
What it turned out to be is much more beautiful than I could have ever imagined.
We were guessing, well, our fantastical guesses were maybe a treasure map, something like that.
A treasure map.
Our realistic guesses were like probably an invoice from the last time the piano was serviced.
Yeah, something like
probably
that. It was tuned this many years ago. Here's your little thing. We're keeping it in the piano. And didn't somebody pointed out that Ziploc bags were invented in the 60s.
Yes.
So whatever is in there cannot be older than that.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow. Well, that's smart. That's
and
pretty cool.
Actually, what was in there is not that old at all.
It's from last year.
Yeah. So should we tell them what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Inside our piano was a letter to us.
To us. That sounds weird. And I'm getting tingly even thinking about it. But it was a letter not addressed, obviously, to Billy and
It did
Mitch.
not have our names on it. No.
But it was to whoever happens to own the piano currently.
Yes, it was to the current owners.
Now get ready. I'm going to do a little editing here when I go and edit this podcast. But I'm going to add some stuff in the background. To make it beautiful, because this was a very, very beautiful moment for us. It was actually a super touching moment for us. When you pulled this thing out and I saw that it was like a letter, I was like, holy shit. Oh my God. And you were like, should we wait until we read it for the first time on the podcast? And I said, no, let's read it now. And I'm really, really glad that we decided on that, because we got to experience that together, alone, and in the presence of just this letter and the person who had written it.
Yeah. And I got to cry.
You did cry a little bit.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's very
Let's get into it.
Okay. So, this letter is dated the 9th of January 2018, which is about 6 months or so before we got the piano. And it says, "This piano has been in my family since 1885. For over 4 generations, I was told that when it was purchased new in 1885, it sold for $12, which was a lot of money at that time. I'm the last of my family and too old to move it with me and care for it anymore. It is my sincere hope that whomever gets this will love and appreciate its history and take good care of it as long as you are able to. Time changes all things and waits for no one. I remember when I was 12 years old and told my mother I was so excited to turn 13 next week because I would be in my teens. She just looked at me and said, 'Don't be happy to be 13. And when I asked why, she just said someday that I would wake up and instead of being in my teens, I would be 50, which has long since come and gone. The Bible promises that someday the earth will be returned to the paradise condition that Adam and Eve lost. How I wish it was here today. Life is so hard, each day is a struggle just to get through. If you choose to keep and care for it, I will try to find you in the new system, after I'm resurrected here on earth. I would like to see it and even barter it back. Thank you, and God bless."
Holy shit. Oh my God.
This is the most beautiful thing that I've ever read.
I can't believe how beautiful it is. I can't imagine a cooler thing to find in the piano. I wish there was first of all, I wish their signature at the bottom was legible. It only looks like initials.
Yeah.
and the rest of the letter is typed out.
Yeah.
And there's some very adorable like misspellings and broken English in it that just make it so I don't know where this person is from or where their family came from or what they...
And also they're like, it's definitely someone who's not used to using a computer.
Definitely not used to using a computer.
Yeah.
But they somehow found a way to like print this out. Mm-hmm. It just is so special to me. This whole thing is so special. We're going to frame it.
It's beautiful.
We are going to frame it and we're going to put it like next to the piano.
On top of the piano, yeah.
It got a little haunted there at the end.
It got the appropriate amount, I think.
It got a little bit of... I remember when we were reading it, we were just like... Oh. And I loved everything about it. I loved the misspellings. I loved the broken English. I loved that it just felt so real, this thing that we found. And
it's so personal.
Very, very, very personal. And then at the end where they were like, anyway, I'll find you in the new system and I will be bartering it back when I am resurrected here on Earth. I'm like, oh my God. But realistically...
That's fine.
Realistically, if at any point in my life that I still own this piano and somebody takes a lot of interest in wanting it, I'm going to be like, it's yours.
Rightfully.
It belongs to you. It was never mine. I was only borrowing it.
I was just holding it for you.
I was looking after it for you.
Yeah.
So first of all, this piano is much older than we thought it was.
Yeah.
Assuming that the date on the thing is accurate. But
we're not sure if the date on the thing is accurate.
I'm glad to know that it's been in their family for so long.
Yeah, for
and that
generations
it was cared for.
generations.
I thought it was just something we purchased it from somebody who just was selling it. It didn't belong to them. They got it in some like storage bin thing.
Yeah.
Rest of storage. What are they called?
Storage container.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved the piano since I saw it. I mean, we saw it and we're like, that's the one. That's the piano we want.
It's so unique. It's just old and goth and
yeah,
giant and so heavy.
It's very heavy.
Has candle holders on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful. It looks really, really cool. I was supposed to not get it because as soon as I messaged the person about it, they were like, sorry, someone else is going to come pick it up. And I was like, hold it for me and one extra day. I can come pick it up. Not me personally. I can hire piano movers and I'll pay you $100 extra. And they were like, yeah, deal. And we got it.
I'm very, very, very happy that we got it. And it's not just sitting in a storage container.
Yes.
And at this person's wish that someone would love and appreciate its history and take care of it.
I love and appreciate this thing.
Coming true.
I love and appreciate this thing. I wish there was a way to, maybe I can contact the person who got the storage container and see if there was a name attached to it somehow to contact this person while they're still alive and just say, the piano's with us, it's safe, and it is cared and loved for. Ugh.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, just 4 generations of a family since it was new had just been learning to play on that and it's been moving around with them. And
$12 when it was purchased.
Amazing.
So good.
Yeah. I've told you before that I have my favorite feeling that I get is a sense of what happened here.
Yes.
Is how I like to phrase it. It's a thing when I play video games even. I like just walking around like a kind of place and you don't know what's happening yet. I'm just like, what happened here?
Yeah.
And that's why I've always liked
the story.
Yeah, that's why I've always like going into like abandoned buildings and stuff. I'm like just walking around and like just feeling out something's history and just like feeling overwhelmed by it. I really, really like that. And I get that same sense with this piano.
Yeah, I feel honored to have gotten this piano and the just to even to even have that note. I'm gonna frame it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna frame it and I'm gonna put it next to the piano.
Yeah, we absolutely should.
It's gorgeous. It's so it makes me feel so many things. Beautiful. Anyway, so that was what was in the piano.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
That's our mystery solved in the absolutely best way that it could be. Yeah.
Wow. Let's clickbait the shit out of this. Let's take pics. Let's get on the front page of Reddit. Reddit would eat this shit up. Reddit lives for shit like this. And half the shit that's posted on Reddit's fake anyway.
That's true.
And this actually happened. They would love this shit. I'm not going to post it on Reddit, but...
Please don't.
Because that would involve logging in to whatever old Reddit account I still have. But And I only log in on my cake day. And what's Reddit terminology I can use right now?
I don't know.
Come on. What's a corny Reddit thing?
I'm not on there enough.
I don't like Reddit.
Didn't we say something yesterday?
We said a lot of things yesterday. What was... Didn't we say something yesterday?
Something that was very Reddit-y.
Oh, yeah. It was... Fuck. What was it?
Not today, Satan.
What?
Not today, Satan.
Yeah. Not today, Satan was...
Yeah.
But there was something even worse than that we were saying. There was something...
And it was a slur.
There was... Yeah, that was it. It was... God, what was it? I can't remember it.
No.
If I think of it soon, I'll edit it in right here. I'll splice
it really
it.
Unnaturally.
Yeah, in a robot voice. Mm-hmm. It'll say something about... God, it's at the tip of my tongue. I reject all things in my brain that are Reddit, so it's hard. Yeah. It's hard to...
we just splice in a bit of you in your little nasal natural voice.
In my natural voice.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. What is it? Awesome balls? What is it? What is it? Amaze balls. That was it. This is awesome balls.
Awesome balls. And amaze sauce.
This is amaze sauce. It really is. And on my cake day of all days. I'm going to go fuck my wife now and brag about it because I'm a grown man on the internet. God.
Really bad.
Here's a bad thing that Reddit does. Mm-hmm. Someone who's probably not that qualified in that thing, but they are technically like a little well versed in it, will be like, archaeologist here, and and now I'm gonna fucking explain to you this thing.
You know what that has a very strong vibe of is science side of Tumblr.
Yes, that's...
Do you remember science side of Tumblr?
Yeah. Explain this. Science side of Tumblr. Like, why? You're all dumb as hell. You're on Tumblr. Why would I fucking...
someone who's getting their BA in, like, sociology sciences chimes in, like, actually, yeah.
I hate that about all social media.
Well, usually Hank Green chimes in.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. Hank is the younger brother, right?
Yeah, not the one who loves...
sucking dick, yeah. What's his name?
John
Green, that was it.
Not acclaimed author and dick sucker John Green.
The one who loves to sit on his heels and fucking get smothered by balls, yeah.
Oh my god, he gets sued. He took away Tumblr's editing ability because of that post, and now he's going to take away podcasts.
He's single-handedly...
He's going to delete podcasts because we brought it up.
That was my favorite fucking thing about Tumblr, was that thing right there. Is that once every 6 months, you'll just see that one post that's not actually by Hank Green. Well, what's the name? I keep forgetting. John Green.
Yeah.
Not actually by John Green, but somebody went... And they took just one of his random posts. Yeah. Because you, for some reason, used to be able to do this on Tumblr.
You could just edit other people's posts.
To say whatever the fuck you want. And someone just wrote this big paragraph, very, very, very descriptive of just...
So descriptive.
About how he just wants to suck cock constantly. Just how he's just like, I love it. It drives me crazy, actually. I love it so much. And the description of him sitting on his heels is so fucking funny to me. God. And each time it came up, we just look at it and just be like, that's the post that
we got it taken away from us. Mm-hmm. We flew too close to the sun.
And Tumblr was like, you can't do this anymore.
Tumblr clipped our wings.
God, that's fucking funny.
But it was worth it. That one last edit was worth it.
Yeah. It shouldn't be funny to me as a 28-year-old.
No.
But to be fair, I saw it as like a 24-year-old. So.
It made an impression.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still very fucking funny to me. Because it's fucking... It's so unlike him.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what's funny is that when he responded to that in such like a Tumblr-y way where he was just like, "Now I just want to make it like you guys are bad
it's
because
not shameful to want to do those things." It's like, no,
we know.
Obviously.
Duh.
Of course not. It's funny because you're critically acclaimed young author John Green, who's had films put out.
It's
That's
funny
why it's
because
funny.
the idea of you doing that is fucking hysterical. On your main, just horny on main.
Just posting it. Like, the
Yeah.
idea of you doing it isn't funny. The idea of you posting about it is
Yeah,
funny.
in that much
That's the funny
detail.
part. Yeah.
And writing about it like that is hysterical. Not being gay. Of course, that's not funny at all.
No.
But yeah, he really did flip it, being like, I just want to make it clear that doing those things is not wrong. It's like, this is Tumblr. we know.
Everyone's gay. Yeah. Obviously.
Um,
No, actually, no, that was not anymore. That was the Tumblr of like ye olden days.
that was when Tumblr was good.
That was the glory days of Tumblr.
The glory days of-
Unfortunately, it's died and is offline now, and none of us can access it.
Nope.
No.
If you go there, it's just a dark blue website that
That we don't recognize or
can't-
care for anymore.
it redirects you
Yeah.
to Twitter.
No, there was. Yeah, they really, really shot themselves in the foot and the chest and every other part of themselves with banning NSFW content.
Yeah.
I think, because that was like, let's be real here, like a lot of the draw, not just for like shitty porn blogs or whatever, but like, you know, the furry community,
Right.
the LGBT community.
They shot themselves in the female presenting nipple with that one. They really did.
They truly did. Yeah, that was good.
Thank you. I'm smiling because
You should have tweeted that at the time.
Yeah, fuck. Hold on.
Yeah. You left Tumblr
Of course.
when they announced that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you left the very account on which we met.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said, fellas, I'm too horny. And this site's not for me. And I start rapping. No, I was, you know, just to be a good ally.
Yeah.
Just to be a good person, because I do think it's bullshit.
It
I
is
think
entirely bullshit.
It's completely fucking dumb.
As well as just like destroying so many communities, that also took away like a ton of people's livelihoods.
Yes.
Yeah, so many people
That's
advertised
how
on
they
there.
made money.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Uh-huh.
And no one ever noticed this, but my very first post on Tumblr, my very first like I mean, this has gone back to like 2009.
It was actually
or
an
something.
ad for my XXX
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Back in 2009, it was I was on the cusp of something new.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a dick pic. It was one of those. It was a Jeff Bezos style balls pic. It really was. No, it just said something like "Hello Tumblr," something. It was like way back in like 2009, and my very last post on Tumblr said "Goodbye Tumblr."
That's
and then
cute.
my
I didn't
reasoning,
catch that.
my reasoning for it, and being like, I'm on these other platforms, but I can no longer continue to put content on a website that I no longer support because it's destroying all these other things.
Uh-huh. And in their thing, Tumblr was kind of like, oh, there are plenty of other places where you can go for your adult content, and that was oofed.
That was a spit in the face.
Not in the same way. They're just like, okay, keep all your dirty stuff on the dirty sites. It's like that was the good thing about it.
Right.
Is that it was alongside normal stuff.
It humanized sex workers.
Yeah.
In a big way, because nothing on there's not. I mean, yes, you can go to fucking Pornhub and stuff, and there are fucking performers on there that are kind of treating it like social media, but it was not and will never be the same as Tumblr, as a microblogging platform.
You won't get to see their content alongside like their aesthetics and their music tastes and
just the things that they reblog.
Yeah,
and,
they're just answering questions and
being
like,
funny and being a little sad, or it's not. It's
they're
not the
just
same.
having friends on there.
And they're like, go to ManyVids, dude. There's plenty of places for you. It's like,
I can't build a community on fucking ManyVids.
Right.
Like, it's super not the same. Yeah.
It's a shame.
It's bad. And then fucking LO came along and was like, hey, we'll take up the mantle. Good old LO. You'll remember that. And I, like a fool, joined up. And then a week after I joined up, they were like, we're banning genitals.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
After they got everyone to join up, they were like,
We decided we just jacked off, and now this is filthy for us now.
We've come to the realization. Yeah.
We're in the refractory period right now.
And we're banning you all.
And I'm shaking.
Blocked. None of you are free of sin.
I've seen way too many of you in your private areas. And I'm a man of God now.
So tits only.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nothing came to replace it, but Twitter's the last bastion, weirdly.
Yeah, but they're like, what's it called? Like shadow banning
Yes.
performers all the time.
They do. Yeah. So you don't come up in like searches at all. So like sometimes I forget one of my friends' handles and just can't fucking find them because their name doesn't come up in a
Yeah, I was looking
search.
for one of your friends, and I was looking for their profile actually. No, it was when like you were saying something about them, and you said something about a tweet of theirs, and I wanted to see it, and I searched it right there in front of you. I was like, they're not coming up. Am I spelling this right? And you're like, oh, they're shadow banned. And I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So you can't even see like a joke that they posted. You
My
can't see
God.
anything. Yeah. God.
Awful.
Yeah, that's the best thing we got right now.
I blame John Green. I'm serious, man.
He started all of
fucking-
this censorship.
He got horny one day, and now none of us are allowed to be horned up. It sucks.
God.
Where are we at? 25 minutes. Should we get into the question? We do have a question today.
We've got a question. Yeah. And I'm going to try and read it, even though, by God, I need an allergy tablet.
You are
'cause
getting stuffier by the second.
Your girl's stuffy.
You're getting...
Your girl's allergic to cats.
Your
and
eyes
we
are
do
red.
have 2 of them.
Your nose is dripping.
It's not.
And you
It is
sound...
not.
You sound kind of like this.
Yeah.
You sound it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Which is an unattractive voice to have.
This is why we need a video podcast.
We need to do an episode where you're doing your stuffy voice and I'm kind of doing my natural voice the whole time, you know? God, switching into it feels so comfortable,
And
but I can't do it.
just watch our subscribers plummet, just for the fun of it.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
4 of them. I would like to say right before we get into this question, though, the people that are actually leaving reviews on Apple Podcasts, thank you. They're very nice. They're
so
very cool.
nice.
They're really, really cool. The people who were just like, I'm excited for new episodes, and this is cool, and you guys speak so naturally and stuff. I like those a lot when they're like, you guys together, you speak so naturally, and you guys have this chemistry, and yada yada yada. A lot of people wonder how we do it, and if you mind me letting the cat out of the bag for a little bit, we don't speak at all the whole week leading up to recording one of these.
Yeah, it's complete silence.
It's, well, I mean, come on, it's not like complete. Like, I'll say, like, does this sound good? And you'll kind of grunt a little bit, and then I'll say, was that good for you? And then you'll let out a similar
I'll do the same grunt.
grunt. You shrug your shoulders and
Where the same grunt that I let out when I don't really care about audio levels.
yeah,
Like, whatever.
okay, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Yeah, we don't talk at all until I press record, and then we have a lot to say. We have a ton to say. We're immediately
We've
just
stored
like
it all up.
John Green. As soon as the microphones go on. One more thing before we get into that.
Yeah.
Because we have some time to kill. This morning I kind of bumped you with my ass. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you woke me up.
Yeah.
By violently backing up into me.
So I was sleeping on my side. It was like we were spooning but not touching. Like
Which
we're both
is how we
facing the
always
same.
sleep.
Yeah, kind of.
With at least 3 inches apart.
Well, like whatever the width of the pillow we put between us is, so we don't accidentally touch in the night.
Yeah.
No, I was sleeping on my side and you were sleeping on your same side, but there was a little bit of space between us. Like we had been spooning. I was the little spoon, and then the night got a little crazy and we wiggled away from one another. and then I woke up. Imagine me on my side, and I just kind of throw my ass back really hard and fast. I throw it back super fast.
I feel like you kind of yelled a bit at the same time.
I was having a dream. I threw it back super fucking fast, and it felt like my ass punched you. It felt like it hit
got
you
me in the hip.
Yeah, in the stomach or the hip or something. I felt like I just hit you really quick like that.
Yeah,
and
you backed up and you went, and I went, and you went, oh God, I'm so sorry.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry.
And
Oh
I
my
said,
God.
okay.
And then you went back to sleep. Yeah, so you recall that? That wasn't just a dream?
No, it happened. It was real.
I had a dream that I was that I had to like jump out of the way of something, and I jumped back.
And then you actually jumped back in the bed.
I jumped back in the bed.
Yeah,
and
like a dog having a running dream.
I punched you with my ass. I just got you really quick, and you were like, ah, and I'm like, oh my god, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just so powerful.
I hope you don't have a dream where you're like in a fight or anything.
I stand up in the middle of the bed and start swinging.
Immediately get your feet tangled in the blanket.
Yeah, I lose the fight somehow. Yeah, that was very funny to me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we can talk about stuff like that. Because I'm at least a little embarrassed.
But this is helpful. It's helpful to talk through your problems.
I do a lot of weird shit in the night.
Yeah.
You just like, at most you snore.
Yeah.
You were snoring a lot last night, by the way.
I'm allergic.
It was like a little wind tunnel in my, like, you had your head on my shoulder. And I had like my arm around you. And it would, like, you were just like creating a vortex in my... It was seriously just like, I felt you sucking the cold, like my hand that was kind of in like right here was starting to feel cold because you were taking all the air from that little pocket we were in. I was
Stop.
like, Jesus Christ.
Leave me alone.
And then to make up for it in the nighttime, I have very classic and fun and lovable night terrors.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the night, in the dead of night, at when the clock strikes 3, I'll start, flipping out about some shit.
Yeah, just absolutely yelling. Going ham.
Yeah, I go hard in the paint, and then I have to call my therapist after.
And he's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wake him up. He has a night terror. Okay, read the question.
Okay. So, a question starts. With some nice words about us, actually. I'm super excited about your podcast. I can't wait to see what the future holds for it.
Oh, cool.
I
Thank you.
have a little story that happened just yesterday. So, I was walking home from the bus stop and saw a cat outside in the snow. So I checked its collar and brought it to said house. I didn't want it to freeze since it's been extremely cold around here, so I rang the doorbell and waited for an answer. I waited a good minute or two, but there was no answer, so I left the cat in front of their house. As I'm walking away, I hear the door open and an older man shout inside the house, "Charlotte, the goddamn cat rang the doorbell." And then the door being shut.
Good.
I'm concerned about that household. Like, do they think their cat can ring doorbells now? I feel as though I've instilled a deep fear into that man. What do I do?
Oh my god. Another good example of a good question for the show.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to remind people this is not Sad Soul Advice Club.
No.
So I unfortunately shan't be answering any questions that's like, how do I will you be my therapist? Because I just don't feel comfortable doing that. This is a good question.
Yeah.
And a funny one.
Yeah.
A very, very funny one. So let's say I'm the man. This is an older gentleman, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining.
So this old guy is just like, the cat rang the doorbell. That's really funny.
Charlotte, he's done it again.
He did it.
It's happened before.
I swear to God, he has thumbs. At very least, a strong index.
He starts locking the doors at nighttime.
Yeah. So like the cat's not actually lost. He just keeps kicking it out, and he's like, "It's back! Oh my God, it found its way home."
Yeah, I placed it so far away from here, and I swear to God it knows how to read maps and get inside, and oh God, I'm just so scared that it'll learn how to operate the gun that we keep in the lockbox.
If it can ring
I mean, sure, it's got to figure out the lock on the box first, but that's only a matter of time.
Yeah,
it's answering doors.
If it could ring a doorbell, he can pull a trigger. Why can't he? It's using the same finger.
This is the road that you go down, like, you know when those people like train their cats to use the toilet, like the human toilet?
Like I've told you multiple times I want to do that.
It's a slippery slope to your cat using a gun. Your cat standing up on 2 hind legs, front paws extended.
Shaking and pointing a gun at you.
Shaking and with a single tear coming down from its eye, but unfortunately it has to do it.
Yeah, it has to fucking get me finally.
Yeah.
Get me back. All the times I snuck up on it.
All the times you snuck up on it and rubbed its belly.
I love
humiliating
the sentence that using a cat as a toilet. Teaching a cat to use a toilet is a slippery slope to having a cat learn to use a gun.
Same with people, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moment I was potty trained, it's like my vision, it went red. I just saw red and was like, I put a gun in my hand. I need it. I need to feel the cold metal. I need to feel the heaviness of the iron.
And that's why I never potty trained myself.
Are guns made of iron?
I wouldn't fucking know. I'm from England.
Have you ever held a gun?
Like a rifle, yeah.
No, like a gun.
Yeah, it's like a shotgun.
No, but like not like a shotgun, like a handgun.
No.
I've never
How
have
would
either.
I?
I don't know. Just asking.
No.
It might be kind of hot if you had.
It would not.
No, I don't think I've ever held a gun. I never even held a rifle. And that's a baby's gun. That's a gun they give to babies.
No, I went clay pigeon shooting one time, which is not a real pigeon before anyone reports me.
But it is
to
a
the
real
vegetarian
squirrel.
police. It's a
They
real
call
squirrel
it
and
a-
its name is Clay. Short for Clayton. It's a family name.
Clayton Pigeon is the name of the flying squirrels we shoot in England.
Yeah.
That's stupid as hell.
Clayton pigeon. Yeah.
You shot clay pigeons?
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
a very like I don't know, aristocracy thing to do. So super not my class at all, but I did it one time.
I've played Duck Hunt on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and if you recall, there's clay pigeons in that.
Ooh.
And there's also a gun. I guess I have held a gun.
Did that have like a gun controller?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
My Dreamcast had a gun controller.
Really? The Dreamcast had a gun controller?
Yeah.
I think I should know this.
Yeah.
And I don't.
I used
looking
to
it up
play
right now.
House of the Dead 2 on it.
Oh, I do remember actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was imagining like a Duck Hunt equivalent, but no, you were shooting like zombies and stuff in it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
And
do
it was
remember this.
terrifying.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
scared. I was fearful.
And on the gun controller was a thing in big like capital letters saying, "Do not paint this. Once you paint it, it becomes illegal."
Oh, because
'Cause
it starts looking like a gun?
Yeah, because it's like a light grey color, the same color as the Dreamcast. So if you like paint it black or whatever to look like a gun, they're like, "You can't do that. It's not allowed."
They made yours look like a gun? Like a real gun?
It looks like a gun, yeah.
Oh, that seems a little weird. Ours just looked like it was just what is it called? What's the gun? I know what it's called in Splatoon, but it's not called that yeah, it's like orange. And it's also not in the shape of a gun. Like if anything, it looks like a laser gun.
Huh.
But I think originally when they released it in the 80s, it did have kind of like a cowboy gun. But that's a very, very, very distant memory of mine that I like remember learning a long time ago that I don't know if that's actually accurate.
I don't know if I dreamed it.
Yeah, in fact, and I wake up and I throw my ass back. Holy shit.
Oh my god, we have to record the podcast.
Oh my
we haven't
God.
done it.
All right, let me gear up to talk about John Green. Yeah, they had clay pigeons in that. And yes, it was fun.
Do you think that by giving Pretty Cat
A gun.
a gun controller for Dreamcast to play House of the Dead 2 on, that might sate his bloodlust and save us?
No, I think he's
Oh.
too far into the rabbit hole, if you will. And by that I mean he has killed many rabbits.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I buried one.
yeah,
I
you
really
did.
bonded with it.
Yes, you did.
My cat at home doesn't kill things. Doesn't bring anything back for me.
Oh,
So when I come over here,
it's like a treat.
No, it's heartbreaking.
Why? They're doing it for us.
I know, but they came back and that bunny was still alive, and I
That
really
happens sometimes.
tried to save him. I really did.
That is kind of shitty of the cats when they them as grown adult cats will just like, I mean, granted they're not very big cats, but they look like kittens or teenagers, but
Yeah, they got baby energy.
yeah,
I tell your cats all the time that they've got baby energy.
yeah, it's really starting to fuck with them actually. They're walking different now.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're trying to
because I put diapers on them.
yeah, they're waddling now. No, what was I gonna say? Pretty Cat. Oh, right. It really does break my heart when still like they'll bring back like a bunny, not a rabbit, but like a baby rabbit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you coward! Why would you fucking do this? I don't want
Yeah.
this. It's half dead. And you know it's got internal damage and it's just going to die. And then I've already fucking bonded with it and named the little shit.
Yeah.
So I got to fucking my old property was a graveyard. It really was. It really just was. Like, no one knew it, but it was just an animal graveyard.
Oh.
Because early on, I would just, like, I stopped burying birds eventually because I was like, okay, that's fucking birds are everywhere. There's already another bird outside.
Look up, there's probably one around.
There's a bird. And then, like, you know, mice and rats and stuff, I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe if it's really cute and it's like a little field mouse,
Yeah.
then I would bury it still. But I don't know, sometimes they'd bring one time they killed a family of weasels.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like long ferret looking things.
The whole family.
Well, there's 3 of them.
The father with his hat on. The mother
Don't
holding
say
out
it.
a fresh baked pie.
Ah, you misogynist. You fucking come on. It's not the 50s.
The
Billy,
I'm sorry.
the son wearing a little baseball glove, a little catcher's
Son,
mitt.
I'll have you know, is
pansexual. So take that.
so there you go.
It's not the perfect 50s family you thought it was.
Yeah, not so nuclear now, are we?
Anyway, they were all dead.
Oh.
Yeah, I found them dead. And
Yeah.
on Mother's Day of all days.
Oh my God.
I remember it clearly. It was Mother's Day and they brought Mama, aka me, a
Yeah.
family of weasels.
So how many poems did you write about that?
None yet that I am brave enough to publish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Too raw.
I keep trying to, my hand kind of hovers over the post button and then it starts shaking too much to hit post. And then I like can't see the screen because of the tears in my eyes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a common problem.
Yeah. A normal thing, actually. Is that it? Is that the show? We didn't turn this, but I can see on the thing that we've been on for about 40 something minutes.
That's our time.
That is, then time is up.
Yeah.
Let's do our plugs. Not like actual plugs, obviously. Oh, I didn't tell you. We got a fucking
I was like,
sponsor. Yeah, it's Old Spice. I can't believe it. Yeah, they found out how.
I'm gonna need you to look at me for a start.
Yeah.
Then look at something else.
Oh wow, you know the thing. That's cool. Yeah, we probably can't say any of this, so let's stop.
No. So let's just delete that. Let's beep it out.
Yeah, our sponsor is beep.
No, our plugs for ourselves.
Yeah, our plugs for the show, the website and stuff like that, where
Yeah.
they can listen to it.
If you have a question for us, an advice-based question that isn't how are or how crush.
We will eventually get to one of the questions that are like, I'm in love. What do I do? You know,
Yeah.
If it's particular enough, but mostly stop sending those.
They're too vague
They're
is the
super
thing.
vague.
They're
They're
too
very,
vague.
very vague.
Send
Also,
us your particular thing.
very particular questions like the ones you've been hearing on the show.
Yes.
We like those a lot. I like the I'm in a pickle. I'm in a very unique pickle.
Yes.
And it's anonymous, so you don't have to feel weird about what you're sending.
No.
You don't have to sign it. You don't have to do anything. We will never read your name on the air.
Uh-huh.
On the air. God, I'm so used to being on the radio.
Well, la-di-da.
I'm a radio personality. I've got a big personality and a radio voice. It's not my natural voice, but it is a radio voice.
It's all fake.
We like particular questions.
Yeah. So if you have a particular question for us, then you can email us at allthespaceinbetween@gmail.com.
And if you would like to listen to any of these episodes, any of the back catalog, or find out what that email was, because you already forgot, you can go to allthespaceinbetween.com. And if you forget the name of that, think of the name of the show. We made it really easy.
A nice trick for you.
You just gotta-
You can even just look at the logo of the show, and that there is the name, and that is also the website and the email.
And if that isn't a life hack, then fuck me. Okay? Because we made it easy for you. Allthespaceinbetween.com.
Yeah.
We scored the .com.
Mm-hmm.
We did it for you. I did this for us.
Stop.
So, go do those things. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, thank you for reviewing. If you would like to leave a review or just rate the show, we would very, very much appreciate that. And if you're listening on Spotify, that's really cool too, because I didn't expect anybody to listen on Spotify, but hundreds of people are, it turns out. because of our stats are telling us that.
Big ups.
Big up Spotify. Brat, trying to get that sponsor.
Give us a subscribe.
Hit us up, Spotify.
Stop.
Here's a list of people I'd want to be sponsored.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
You gotta end it here.
The peanut guy.
Oh.
Here we go. That woman lube I accidentally used once.
That's for next podcast.
I don't know. Let me look around. Hacky sacks.
In general.
As a sport.
Yeah. The Hacky Sack Foundation.
Mm-hmm. Whoever made this nice wall paint. A good beige. Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Goodbye.
We'll talk to you some other time. Have a wonderful week.
Yeah, see you in a week.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.